Anyways, hello again, guys. Wait, there's alcohol here. Anyways, hi. So this is technically speaking the first vlog or second, if you know your arrays. But let's not talk about that. Anyways, hello guys. So, what am I supposed to be talking in this vlog? Well, part two or part one or whatever this vlog will be. Um, Let me talk to you about my experience in my first photo walk. As you guys have known, or well, some people, or some of my compatriots, or well, friends, they found out or know that I am taking or doing photography for the past few or so months. And I'm actually having a blast doing that. And for the course of the time that I've been doing photography, I was able to well improve. And of course, as an artist, in some way or form, every time you look at them, you're gonna go, yeah, I'm very proud of it. But then again, at the same time, you look at it again and just go, damn, I feel like the other guys are doing better. As people say, or some folks will say, comparison is the thief of joy, or whatever the phrasing is. And of course, as an artist, every once in a while you look at your work and then compare it with someone who has been in the craft for a little too long or really, really long. So, what does that have to do with the topic of this conversation? Well, recently I went on a photo, as I've said earlier. I think. I'm trying to remember if I did, but anyways, yeah. I went on a photo walk. I was really excited for the photo because at the moment I'm actually undergoing my break before entering third year college. And it's something I have been anticipating for, or well, waiting for. I've always wanted to go on a photo walk to go out, make friends, if possible, but unfortunately, due to some social anxieties, or whatever it's supposed to be called again, I am unable to keep a conversation. But let's not talk about it. Let's talk about the experience of the photo walk. I was excited, obviously speaking, but at the same time, I was also anxious because think about like me, a fledgling photographer, out in the world, about to go on a photo walk. I mean, don't get me wrong. Essentially, or technically speaking, I have went on my first photo walk. Every once in a while, if I go out with a family and everywhere you go, I'm gonna take photos of this and that, or whatever I see that seems very nice. But then again, this feels a little different. Anyways, this feels a little different. This time, I'm actually going out on my own. I mean, I went on solo photo walks, but this time it's a bit different. I'm going out on like a community-driven one by like-minded people. And I was excited the night before. I was even in the GC for it, but at the same time, sometimes I feel like I'm a nerd, but so let's not talk about it. So yeah, excited, anxious. And on the day itself, I was there with like-minded folks. I see people with like their very nice cameras. I kid you not, I be seeing brands that make my credit score disappear. I don't even have a credit card, but somehow I feel it slowly degrading. There was a Leica, and then some folks with a Canon that's, I don't know how much that Canon costs, but I know for sure it's gonna take away the non-existential paycheck I have at the moment as a second year college student. But yeah, so, like-minded folks with some hefty equipment. There's even this old folk there with like two Nikons, and it was a D5. I have a feeling that in the photography community, or like people who are like really, well, or something regarding the gear, like very nerdy with the gear, I have a feeling they're gonna look at me and be like, they have a D5? And I'm gonna be like, yeah, what about it? And they're gonna go, oh, it's a goated camera. Well, I don't know, Jesus Christ. But anyways, yeah, went on that photo walk, very nice experience, but I learned a lot from that experience. It was worth it. I actually really thought I could handle myself, at least stand up or like have a little bit of on parness with those folks. No, I take that back. Maybe there was like a little bit of the ego peeking out, or maybe me being a little overconfident because, looking back at the photos, I was like, yeah, that's very nice, but at the same time, not really. But yeah, I went out there and I was shooting. I was like, taking photos left and right, and then there are like my fellow compatriots, like colleagues, taking their time. There was a huge gap, or like in skill. Like, there's a huge gap in skill. You would see other folks out there just taking their time in one spot. Then there's me. I was walking about taking shots. I mean, I have taken some good shots, but then again, I wasn't able to linger in one spot and think of it and reflect on it. Funny how the theme of that photo walk hosted by Fujifilm is reflections. Usually, when you reflect, you're supposed to like stay in one place or so, or like take some time on it to like think so deeply into it. To like, what can you cook in this situation? Unfortunately, that is not what I did. Like, looking back at it, I would say it's funny. It's funny how my overconfidence, or maybe it really was overconfidence, or maybe the excitement of like, taking a photo and like trying to be creative in it just really got to me. And unfortunately, I ended up depleting my battery fast, even though I had like a backup camera, being this thing, the camera I'm vlogging with right now. But yeah, that's the thing. They really took their time. My colleagues there really took their time. And then there's me who was on the move all the time, in search of that perfect shot. Unfortunately, I wasn't really able to find that perfect shot. If I remember correctly, there are like some reels or like posts or like philosophy stuff regarding photography. Some people will say that you should, really just savor the moment of like taking that photo instead of like, trying to look for that perfect shot. You know what that thing is called? Perfection. I'm not someone who really values perfection, because it's impossible. I mean, sure, maybe it depends on someone's perspective or understanding of perfection, but on my side, I really don't think it's possible. But here I am trying to pursue that so-called perfect shot. But damn, funny how I'm trying not to take a perfect shot, but in that moment, it was like I was pressured to. But then again, I was supposed to be having fun. Don't get me wrong, I did have fun. It's just, well, it wasn't the kind of fun that's very full of fun. So yeah, if there's any kind of tip I want to impart on the viewers watching this or listening to this in the background as they cook their pomodoro or like pesto pasta, which please ship me some pesto pasta because I really like pesto. But as I was saying, if there's anything I wish to impart on you guys who are listening to this, it's this: you really have to take your time when you're trying to go on a photo, and at the same time, please take more batteries. I wasn't able to bring enough batteries because first and foremost, the batteries for my camera was a little too expensive. And then when I found out that there are third-party batteries, I was like, bruh, and they cost cheap. I was like, I could have been shooting a little extra more, but yeah. I learned a lot from experience. As I've said, take your time. Just really savor that moment of trying to take a shot in that one spot you found that seemed interesting. Sure, it ain't perfect, but it's something. Like, there's another thing that I wasn't able to really express when on that photo wall. Creativity. I run a X-T100, a Fujifilm X-T100. The X-T100 has some really nice features, and I was able to discover almost all of them. One of those features is the multi-exposure, or double exposure. Multi-exposure is when you take one photo and then it stops, and then you take another photo and then it overlays it on top of each other. Something like that. But anyways, I had that feature. I forgot about that feature in the middle of the walk. There were so many opportunities in that photo walk where I could have used it a lot. There was like, I kid you not, there was like, okay, for context, the photography I do is street and architectural photography. I like that photography. At times, I take wildlife photography. I wouldn't say fully wildlife when essentially it's just stray cats in the venue. But then again, I really like taking pictures of cats. Cats are nice. But yeah, there were so many opportunities there where I could have used multi-exposure or any kind of feature that my camera had. Sure, the XT100 now is somewhat limited, but that limitedness really gives you the leeway to explore or like experiment. They say that limitations force you to really be creative. I forgot about that. And I would say it sounds like I'm hypocritical for rushing it and then not being able to explore the creativity that my camera can actually pull off. And that's something I regret. But regardless, I had fun. That's what matters. I had fun regardless of the damn weather. That weather that day, it was nice, don't get me wrong. The weather was really nice. It was sunny. It was goddamn sunny. And then like the days before, it was raining hard. But then that day, God blessed us with some good weather. I almost swore there, but my bad. Anyways, yeah, it was good weather. It was really nice weather. But unfortunately, that weather, combined with how humid the location was, made it really hot. So, I was sweating. I was in cargo pants. I was in a shirt. I looked like an unk, which, not gonna lie, I really always want to look like an unk. But yeah, that was another reason why I was having a hard time trying to do like the photos. But it's the experience. It's the full experience of being a photographer, someone, or like an artist. I mean, it's funny how I'm a photographer and also a painter at the same time. When I can do the same thing, but like in different aspects or different approaches. But no, for painting, I am an abstract painter. But in photography, I want to capture that moment. I want to show the folks what they pass by and rarely see. For example, in my Instagram, I have posted a specific pillar in the mall I frequently visited, or frequently go to for shopping. Every time, back then, I never really noticed that pillar. But recently, I started noticing it, and I realized, that's a really nice looking pillar there. So yeah, I took photos of it repeatedly. It was worth it. I would say it's one of the best shots I've ever taken as a, amateur or, really newbie photographer. It was nice. And looking back at it now, wait, I forgot my train of thought. But yes, photographer stuff. Yeah. Anyways, as I was saying, the Photowalk experience was fun, but there were some regrets. But that regret just comes to show how much I loved the experience. How much I am willing to actually move forward and try again. Like, I'm actually excited for the next Photowalk or the other experiences to go on another Photowalk. I'm excited for that. Because I get to learn on the go. I get to take shots and give emphasis on it for people to see. Because I believe that's the kind of art that this world really needs right now. A little bit of distraction, or maybe a little bit of a reminder that the simple things are something you should, try to adore every once in a while. Or, maybe show them that there are man-made marvels out there still made by people who believed in art. Or combining art with a little bit of, complexities and stuff. So yeah. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm probably spouting some nonsense, but this is this kind of stuff I want to impart on you, the viewer or the listener. Just take your time. Take your time, be prepared, and have fun. I had my fun. But then again, I want to make sure that the next time I go, I will have extra fun because I learned something from that experience. And if you're an aspiring photographer or an artist, try to put yourself out there more and experience stuff. Hell, not just an artist, but as a person. Go out more. Touch grass. Find out what you really like as a person. And who knows? Maybe you'll find something that you never really knew. That's gonna be something very worth it in the future. Something you can tell everyone about. On how fun it is and how worth it is to be human. How worth it is to live in a world where it's riddled with some bad doo-doo. I know that the world right now is a little bit crap, but try to smile every once in a while to find some goodness and hope. It's still out there. Trust me. Anyways, that's all for vlog number 1 or 2. And I hope you're having a good day, or if you're not, I really wish you well. If ever, please do, well, follow me on Instagram too, or other whatnots. But that's all. Thank you for watching. Also, take care.